Are you too cool for school as you supersize and grow your business? Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here with my giant pencil and my cup that reminds us that no one is you and that is your superpower. Because we're having our final day today to coincide with the BU 365-day challenge to talk about confidence-related idioms. And the final one is too cool for school. And I picked this one last because the kids in my hometown are starting school tomorrow. So that means my granddaughter is starting 2nd grade already. So what does this mean? Where does it come from? And how can we use it to grow and build and supersize our business? I'm going to share 5 tips or 5 ways to build authentic self-confidence in yourself and in your business as part of today's discussion, because this idiom can mean a couple of things. Number one, it can mean very fashionable and confident. It can mean in a way that inspires people. It can also mean overconfident, cocky, thinking you're better than other people or better than anyone else. And there are people that are entitled and think they're better than anyone else. Don't know where that comes from. Not much humility, I suppose. But there are people in the world that believe that they are better than other people. You can always tell by the way they treat themselves and other people. This is a common phrase nowadays, probably ever since schools have been around, but it appeared in a newspaper gossip column in 1951. Zoolander said it in the movie Zoolander. If you've ever seen that, that's pretty funny. It's a comedy, of course. It appeared in a song. It's been written many, many times. I don't know if I've ever said too cool for school. Maybe told somebody, hey, you think you're too cool for school, meaning you're a smarty pants, or you think you're better than other people, or you think that the rules don't apply to you. There's a lot of people in the world that think the rules don't apply to them right now. But how does that impact our business? If we treat our business that way, I contend that we're going to be in big trouble. Things change, things outside of us change. What we can get away with sometimes doesn't always fly, depending on the climate that we find ourselves in, the political climate, the economic climate, etc. And so we always want to run our business in a way that is right for us. So I say let's step up the humility, the kindness, the continuous improvement, lifelong learning and lessons learned, and understanding ourselves better and being more self-confident, both as an individual and as a business. What are some ways we can do that? Share quickly 5 tips. Grab my magnifying glass. I've shared several of these throughout the month. What are ways to be more self-confident? What are ways to be more authentically who we really are? And these are self-confidence, authentic self-confidence. Number 1, challenge your self-limiting beliefs. I don't know if you figured this out yet, but I think that I have. Whenever something isn't going the way I want it to, one of the first things I need to look at is my thinking and my beliefs, because it's usually the way I'm looking at the situation, the way I've defined the situation, or my beliefs about what the situation should be that aren't matching up with what is showing up in terms of results, and that's what's giving me the challenge. So it's the limiting beliefs or the false beliefs or the things that I think are true that absolutely aren't in a given situation that cause me to struggle or have challenges in my business. And with my own self-confidence, right? If we're struggling, it tends to push our self-confidence down. If we're doing things successfully and things are going smoothly, we tend to feel more self-confident and more capable. Number 2, visualize positively and visualize positivity. Add as much positive to your business as you possibly can, because the world around us is really, really negative, and we want to counteract that. I think there's some sayings that say, if you want to be successful, just do the opposite of what most of the people on the planet are doing. And it's sad to say, but that is absolutely 100% true. If we do what everybody else is doing, we're going to get the results that everybody else is getting. And the vast majority of people in the world are not getting the results that we probably want for our business and for our lives. Number 3, cut back on constant people pleasing. I don't know. Got your own business, chances are you're trying to please your customers, but you're probably not a giant people pleaser. Again, one of the best pieces of advice I think I've ever gotten from anyone is, what other people think of you or think of me is none of my business. And I heard that a lot before it actually sunk in, but when it actually sunk in, it gave me the freedom to be myself. And the truth is, the only person we can ever be is ourselves. Number 4, don't be afraid of losing people. Be afraid of losing yourself by trying to please people or do what you think you should do along the way as you're building and growing and supersizing your business. And finally, number 5, Own your achievements. Remember how far that you've come. Sometimes when we're building our businesses, we get into time periods where we're struggling, we're seeing more obstacles, we're having more challenges than we feel like we've had in the past. And those are the times that we have to take a deep breath and remember how far we've come, what we've achieved so far, and that helps to motivate us from inside and keep us moving toward what it is that we want. We want to foster a growth mindset, a possibility mindset. We want to focus on solutions. I think I've said these things a million times this year. We want to think for ourselves and create what it is that we want to see in the world. And finally, don't worry about failure. Worry about the chances that you miss when you don't even try. And again, probably preaching to the choir on this one, because we're all business owners. We're all building our businesses and supersizing them. And that means we're not too afraid to try new things, to step out of our comfort zone, to create what we want to see in the world. Love to know your experience with this particular idiom or expression, too cool for school. I remember kids in high school that were too cool for school. They usually weren't very successful in different areas and aspects of their life because they were doing things and having habits that made them maybe too cool for school, but not necessarily successful in school at all. So have an awesome day. If I can help in any way, ask. Otherwise, we're going to switch gears and talk about communication for the month of September. Any comments, questions, concerns about our covering of confidence, hit me up. Otherwise, I'll be with you tomorrow.